On air, online, on mobile. Fox Toledo News at 6:30 starts right now.
A late season storm system blows through northwest Ohio, but little damage is reported. Good evening, I'm Sean Hegarty. Here's the news for Tuesday, October 26th. We had strong winds today, triggering tornado warnings and left some people without power. Now, as those storms passed through the area today, it was around noonish when everyone was getting the scare. Fox Toledo's Kevin Milliken went into that wicked weather to assess the aftermath. Kevin?
There were initial fears among storm spotters that the same Lake Township area devastated by tornado damage last June was once again in the crosshairs of this storm system, but it all proved to be more bluster than muster.
There's a severe thunderstorm warning issued for Hancock, Lucas, and Wood County until 12:45 p.m.
Ham radio operators with Northwest Ohio Skywarn were clearly worried about this one, a late fall storm system that could pack a punch headed straight for the Lucas-Wood County line.
And it looks like it's going to go right through Northwood again.
The last time that happened, in June, the Lake Township tornado touched down and tore up schools, a police station, and just about everything else, and took 7 lives. Today's storm had that same potential.
Ever. I don't think this area has ever been in high risk, according to the Storm Prediction Center.
Does that scare you?
It makes me nervous.
Minneapolis, Waterville, and Jeffers.
Skywarn storm spotters got into position as the winds picked up.
There's a semi on its side, US 20.
Sure enough, a truck driver was pulling out with an empty load when high winds whipped the big rig off the road, and he skidded into a ditch.
I headed down into that ditch. I applied brakes, probably was too late.
I get a lot of satisfaction out of knowing that we've given several extra minutes to people and we can save lives.
Now, the Northwest Ohio Skywarn folks are all volunteers who work out of the Lucas County 911 Center anytime there is wicked weather. They all go through special training to recognize and report funnel clouds and do damage assessments. Reporting live, Kevin Milliken, Fox Toledo News.
All right, Kevin, thanks very much. We saw nerves pretty frazzled around the area today, also in Lake Township, as that threat of severe weather loomed again today. Educators in the district, though, were prepared for the kids to be emotional as well. Here's Allison Brown.
Yeah, the principal at Lake High School told me today weather concerns are expected at this point, and teachers are ready to handle emotional situations. Lake High School students get on the bus at their temporary location on the Owens Community College campus to go home. A normal day for most, even though there was the threat of tornadoes in the area today.
Fortunately, in here there are no windows, so if there was lightning, they didn't see any, we didn't see any.
But plans are in place to keep students feeling safe and secure during weather like this. That's because the Lake Township community dealt with plenty of destruction back in June.
I know we had a few kids who were upset. Most of those got handled by our guidance counselor, by our office staff, and it was a small number of kids. We try to reassure them that those kinds of things don't happen every time, but we still want to be cautious.
Because for many kids, June's disaster left a lasting mark, especially if they knew someone who was hurt. Now, some of the teachers at Lake made sure to explain the difference between tornado warnings and watches today so the students would feel more comfortable. Allison Brown, Fox Toledo News.
And in Defiance, strong winds downed limbs and knocked out power throughout the county today. Here on Scott Road near Evansport, 8 power poles were snapped, and as a result, power was out in the area, including at Fairview High School. And just north of Marks Center on Buckskin Road, a farmer watched as this carport left his driveway and ended up way wedged up here into this tree. No one was injured, but he says he doesn't have any idea how he's going to get it down. Well, the skies are certainly clear now as we get very close to a gorgeous sunset tonight. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Doug Motes for an update on the current conditions. He's here with your first forecast.
Yeah, isn't that a beautiful sight? The sun made its appearance late in the day. Our sunset officially at 6:39, so we're just a few minutes away from that. All the precipitation has moved out of the area. However, it continues to be rather breezy outside. You're looking at your Storm Tracker Doppler Max, and we'll take the view out to show you where the rain is. It's, for the most part, exiting Ohio and starting to push into Pennsylvania, at least the stronger storms. There's still quite a bit of rain that's over a good portion of eastern Ohio. What else is happening? Well, I talked about the winds. We're going to continue to deal with rather gusty winds tonight again tomorrow, and as we get into tomorrow night, another cold front's going to push into the area that will affect our forecast on Thursday, and we could see gusts again around 50 miles per hour tomorrow. As for tonight, temperatures will fall into the middle and upper 40s. We'll continue to watch the clouds break up. Tomorrow, mostly sunny sky will be overhead. It should be a very pleasant day despite the fact that winds are going to continue to be breezy and then gusty by tomorrow night. Tomorrow's high around 67 degrees. We'll talk more about that forecast. Look ahead to a big cooling trend on the way. That's coming up in a few minutes.
All right, Doug, thanks very much. And we'll get back to the storms real quickly here. Do you feel like you were prepared for the storms? It's our feedback question for the night. You can comment on Twitter, Facebook, or send us an email.